watching on the camera. What up, everybody?
That was good. That was good.
Oh,
that
man,
felt
that was fun. Oh, I left my... Where's your beer at, dude? Your non-brand... This is my favorite brand, dude. Have you guys ever tried? Very good.
I love.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome to the third episode of our podcast. Today's special guest is one of our writers, dude. What's your name?
Josue.
Nice, dude.
What do you drink?
Well, I have two cars. One of them is unfortunately blown. And it's my Focus ST, 2015. Yeah, she's down right now.
But what's so special about that ST, man?
This is all I got.
Well, first of all, it's the first car I got by myself when I was in Arizona. It was the first car I picked up. And I've had her for 5 years now, or four years. But she is big turbo. Wow! She's got a GTX 2867. It was pretty nice for a good solid week, hitting 27 pounds, and then cylinder 3 said nah.
Was it 3 or 1?
It was 3.
Oh,
Yeah, it was 3. Cylinder 3 said I'm out.
Clock out real quick.
Yeah. So now I have my 2011 WRX hatchback. She's completely stock. We're gonna keep it that way for a while.
Nice.
Until the Focus is back.
It's cool, man. Glad to have you here, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys. So Street Heritage is turning in a direction that's more hopefully organized in terms of it. We have a really cool event coming down. Can't say when or where, but if you're local to the Tri-Cities, stay tuned for more information. We're hoping that we can get the information out as soon as possible, but things like that take time, and we don't want to reveal something that can fall through the cracks. But we are very excited to announce a possible event coming here soon. But guys, Christmas is around the corner, then it's New Year's, and hopefully 2026 is kind to us as Street Heritage. But again, got a couple people who can't make it out tonight, but yeah, we're gonna rock it today. So let's dive into it, guys. First topic of the day, the new Toyota GR-GT. That's some pretty crazy stuff. I think Toyota, like we talked about last episode, was, they're trying to aim for the enthusiast, which is really cool to see nowadays, right? We talked about how Ford was only producing the Mustang. They kind of stopped the hot hatch scene. We can see that, Subaru is even kind of like taking the reins as well alongside Toyota, because they revived, or the concept is there, the hatchback STI again, which is cool. But yeah, I feel like most CEOs for car companies, whether it's domestic, JDM, or whatever, they're kind of in this route of, we want more consumer family cars, which obviously is cool, but it sucks for us enthusiasts that miss the idea of having a 6-speed manual. Ironically, I say that according to Toyota's Gazoo Racing, like this is from their website, it's equipped with the 4.0 twin turbo. It has like some hybrid drivetrain, some crazy stuff, some crazy technology. It has an 8-speed automatic though, so that's kind of crazy. It does push 641 horsepower and it over, I believe, 627 torque. So that's pretty good.
Dang.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's rear-wheel drive, but the one thing I really wanted to bring up is how any car goes, there's gonna be complaints. Right? Everybody has something to say. And I noticed that in this case, people are pretty pissed because they're comparing it to the LFA. Right? If you know what the Lexus LFA is, that is what engine does that have?
That's their V10.
V10. So people are upset that Toyota dropped the GT and it doesn't have a V10. It's not going to compare to it. But I still think that what they're pulling out is pretty cool. What do you guys have to say about that?
I think it's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
It's I think for sure it's gonna be their GT car in racing. I think it's gonna be that's what the car they're gonna be running for a while. But that means that they're gonna only have they're probably gonna just do 500 productions.
Yeah.
Of this car, and they're gonna be well over in the 6 figures, I think.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
Because ain't no way.
You and I, all of us, can go and just cop one for whatever. We all have to pull out a loan.
Dude, yeah, that's for sure. They're gonna be limited production and.
It only brings rarity.
Yeah.
Which increases cost.
But it's a fucking badass concept.
It is.
It's gonna be badass. It sounds badass.
Yeah, I believe Toyota's in charge of everything under the hood, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
their own racing division.
That's
right?
that's them. They're all they built that. Which
Yeah.
is crazy how it's a 4.0, but their V8 is a 5.0.
Yeah, they're the one that's in the Tundra is a 5.7.
Oh
the,
shit,
there
that
is
is
the
that's
earlier
true.
Tundra. So it's
Yeah, I was
like-
thinking about like the IS 500 and the LS,
Yeah,
LC
yeah.
500.
Those
Those
are
are
5.0s.
5.0s.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm like, they're dropping down a whole liter.
Well, I mean,
Twin
we
turbo.
talked about it last episode. You guys know that Toyota has kind of stepped away with BMW. I don't know if it's official yet, right? This is all speculation, but I mean, they planted a V8 in one of their Supras and took it up to the track. There's some track videos out there, which is insane. But it seems like they're really trying to hone in on their own division, like kind of their own company, step back. And obviously, there's going to be partnerships in the contracts that we don't really necessarily see. So this could be partnered with Mazda. I don't know what it looks like. I know Subaru has shares with Toyota, so there's all those little annoying like lawyer variables that are in there. But it's kind of cool to see from the core value. Yeah, Toyota Gazoo Racing, they're pulling stuff out for that racing division. I know there's, I don't know if we talked about it last week, but how Toyota's also partnering up with Mazda, and it's a possibility that the Mazda Miata the next one that drops could be a collaboration with Toyota and them. So yeah, seeing that kind of stuff is cool. I know we did talk about how they're kind of like pointing it in a direction for enthusiasts, and when we talk about how it's a six-figure cost. So yeah, even though it's not affordable, I mean, if you got the money, get your money up. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, for real.
Got it cheap.
Yeah,
if
dude.
you got it, hey,
If you got it, go get it.
buy me a cheeseburger, bro, please.
Go fund me, guys. Fun Street Heritage. We're out here.
Before we go into the next topic, I would like to do a little side note. Speaking about how, you know, I don't know. It just made me think about it. But the Ford has stepped away from their EV engine in the Lightning, and the next production that they make is gonna have a gas engine in it.
Really?
Yeah, I was reading up on it, and I guess they lost like I think it was like 5 million or 5 billion, like
I
just in
wouldn't
that
be
production alone,
surprised, yeah.
because it was such a money pit, and that they just stepped away from it, and they're going with their gas engines again. So if you thought we were converting to full EV by 2020, whatever.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Yeah, it bums me out that Ford has killed their hot hatches in Europe officially, and yeah, like breaks my heart obviously, and I'll die on that hill. But to see them do that, it's cool. But it seems like they're only really there for and let's be honest, Ford is an American muscle car thing. Like they started with V8s, like that's their heritage, and yeah. But I mean, like they dominated the rally scene for a little bit with the RS. They dominated the street scene with the Focus ST. But yeah, I mean, just to see them kind of step away from the EV is like almost like them swallowing their pride and saying, yeah, we took a loss, let's go back to what people want. And that is how us consumers, that's how we can that's how we can play our cards to get what we want, right? I mean, if we don't give them the sales, well, then they got to revert back to what we want, right? So it's like when we see EV fail, right? A lot of people are like, yeah, EV sucks. Well, stop buying them. You know what I mean? And there's demographics, right? People who like sport. There's some people who like, commuters, and there's people who like the EV thing. I don't really care what you like, but if you're an enthusiast, EV is a scary concept for the future. You know what I mean? We're gonna be driving with like the Jetsons. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to do all that. But yeah, so yeah, Toyota, good job. Again, we're giving you a lot of credits. Stamp of approval. A bunch of nobodies in the Pacific Northwest. If you ever see this, but yeah, take us out. We'd love to test drive it, and definitely maybe sponsor us, guys. No,
Dude, we got some Toyotas in the group, so
yeah, get us up.
Dude, I don't know. Honestly, just to get back on that, EVs are kind of cool. I mean, I hate to say it.
they're pretty cool because
yeah.
of the instant torque that they can provide, but like, I feel like the charge itself, I feel like once they get that done, because I have seen that certain vehicles don't get that long of a charge.
Yeah, they have like 250 miles.
And then
full
to charge it, it's like you have to sit there for like an hour, 2 hours.
Well, some of the Teslas I know are like in the threes, which is really good for daily driving. But
Those dual motors.
freaking back to that Subaru EV looks
Yeah,
fucking.
I
pretty
kind of
nice.
forgot about that. Insert picture here. Yeah, the Subaru EV, when they dropped the concept of the hatchback being an STI again, they also dropped the WRX as an EV concept as well. I'm not going to diss EV. I will say it does turn, like I just said, it turns turns the car scene in a direction that's like unpredictable. But you guys are pretty right. I mean, we see things in F1 racing where it's like an F1 car will start with an like electronic motor to get them out of the pit, right? And then you hear it swap to their V whatever, just boom, like
Yeah.
coolest thing ever. I think if we utilize it, right? I mean, obviously we know that the Toyota GT drivetrain has some sort of hybrid technology in there. Like again, we can utilize it for its core value, but as the enthusiast platform becomes more unobtainable, right? Like pricing for cars are kind of ridiculous right now. Yeah, it's gonna suck because we want to introduce all the new technological advances, but that costs money. And a lot of us who are in our mid-20s or even lower, you know, I know a lot of people who start with a passion at like 16, right? Even younger. It is almost unattainable in this economy. But if we stop buying, right, like Ford's loss on the Lightning, then you know that could change for the better. But yeah, no, EV is cool. I mean, there is the fact that EV has something that combustion engines don't. It is complete. There's no latency.
Yeah.
You hit the throttle, it's right there. Whereas like you hit the throttle, there's timing. You got 4 to 8 pistons that have to fire at a rate. You know, there's a spool up of a turbo. Like there's so much that goes into combustion. But EV's new, right? I mean, let's talk about the labor rates on any Tesla. You know, I have a buddy on Instagram that she is a technician at Subaru, and she's been working on nonstop on Teslas, and it's like you have to like remove like so much. It's all electrical. You're an electrician at that point. So yeah, I mean, there's always like labor rates that you have to include, like when you buy an EV, things to consider. It's like it's going to be expensive to maintain it because it is harder to disassemble. There's more intricacy. There's a lot of flaws in the design because again, it's a very new platform. Combustion engines have been around for how long?
And you have to be certified.
Yeah, not anybody can just
on
drop a whole, you know.
battery.
Yeah, fucking big ass battery.
Dude, crazy enough, this weekend I was in Seattle for work, and they gave me a rental, and it happened to be a Mustang Mach-E.
Oh.
And dude, I was every chance I got, I was smashing on it. Even on like
Allegedly.
turns, dude.
Allegedly.
It's nasty.
Yeah, no, on turns, I was full throttling on turns, and it'd kick out. It had balls. It was sick.
They
It
do.
was pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
That's sick.
That
That's
shit
pretty
was
sick.
it was a pretty cool car to daily drive. I think like it's a good concept for daily driving,
Yes.
but obviously, you know, everyone has their daily driver and everyone has their own car, you know.
Yeah.
But they're not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Nice. I love that we're not biased towards it. You know what I mean? But again, it is a new platform, right? There's going to come issues, right? The same way that if an engine, like any car that comes out, there's going to be recalls. I know Toyota, you know, I just gave them praise, but they're also kind of running into a lot of recalls lately, which sucks. But that's what happens when new generations of vehicles come out, especially at a rate of yearly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No car is perfect. I have yet to see one without a recall.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And it all comes back to what we said last episode, where it's like if you're a true enthusiast, yeah, all cars are POS. All cars are. They all have their problems. But Toyota, Subaru, shout out. We'll see how that Mazda partnership goes.
That's
And
sick.
it'd be cool, man. And then yeah, the electric scene, I think we can hone in on it and do something really cool with it. But I think there's just something about having a combustion engine that just makes people smile. You know, you don't get turbo noises with an EV. But yeah, smiles per gallon, man. That's how it goes. So yeah, talking about you mashing on the Mach-E allegedly. Let's go and talk about something that came across my Instagram page. Let's talk about I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but the Mulholland Highway. So I believe about a month ago, either beginning of December or last month, this highway, I don't know where it's located, I didn't do my research on it. This highway here in the States opened up, and it's a really cool snake trail. Super, probably super fun to drive. You know, all the how'd you say? Not variables, but just like everything that makes somebody who wants to drive their car fast down it, it's there. So a lot of people, like, they opened up this highway, and immediately almost like every car guy was down there just racing. And I don't want to form an opinion based on it, but again, our street heritage is all about safety and reliability and all this other stuff. Let's you know, what do you guys think about that? Imagine you guys live near a highway that was closed, and all of a sudden it opens, and you're hearing engines just roaring like if it's a drag.
Dude, I love that shit.
Right.
Like, so when I'd visit my family in Anaheim, it's California, baby, you know, and Anaheim of all places, I would sleep with the window open, dude. And Friday, Saturday, it was just fucking cars smashing, bro. And I don't know. I mean, I was like 13, 14 at the time. I thought that shit was cool, and I still think it's cool. Like hearing someone do a pull in a badass car, I mean, it's always gonna make me smile.
100%.
You know, and I guess to an extent, sure, I guess people can get tired of it, but I don't know, just fall asleep, dude. Ignore it. Just ignore it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think. What do they expect? You know, what do they expect? They expect that road to be.
Ironically, this road is in Los Angeles, like it's California. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. But yeah, I just I saw a post where somebody would got in a wreck, right, and that just doesn't look good, right? Like we as car enthusiasts, like we talked about last episode, like our talk about California, their emissions program, or you know, the EPA, they crack down on you like it's the law. Yeah, California emissions sucks. They're cracking down on just like little things like mufflers, and like when people are street racing illegally, it makes it very hard to support what we do, right? I mean, obviously we as a company want to strive for people to be safe because we don't want to be generalized. We don't want those laws to come up here to Washington State because we have a pretty good, we have a lot of freedom in what we do, which is nice. I will say, like what you said, what do you expect? Tracks are closing left and right statewide.
Yeah, that's big.
That's huge, right? You want us to be responsible. You shut down our tracks because they're too loud. Like,
Or take strips away.
yeah, take drag strips away. Like those things like that. Like, where do you expect? And I'm not saying we're like this, but like, what do you expect people with pent up energy? Like, this is their escape. This is their hobby. What do you expect them to do? You know what I mean? What do you expect them to do in a situation like that, where it's like, hey, my local track just got shut down. I can't. Like, I'm just gonna go drive. This is a very fine line of riding the line of like along with just the simplicity of like takeovers and like just going out and giving your car some beans. I'm not with the takeover culture. I know that. I don't know if you guys are with it or not, but I just think that at the end of the day, if you're responsible, yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I mean, you take away the racing tracks. Like, where do you expect people to go? You know, where do you expect them to go?
Parking lots.
Yeah, like, so viewer, if you're for taking drag strips away because it keeps you up at night, I want you to understand that you're actually promoting the takeover culture, which is like, well, we don't care. We're gonna go do donuts in an intersection and shut it down completely, and that screws all the other guys who are being responsible. But at the end of the day, it's cause and effect. You know, cause and effect. You got one track shutting down, people, where they're gonna go? They're gonna go funnel on Mulholland Highway, and car accidents are prone to happen because it's not a supervised place. It's literally just a highway. But yeah, if you're out there in California and you're watching this, be safe out there, have fun. But you know, I like a nice little sneaky road, but just I like going for a cruise, but you can kill someone. Don't be that guy. Yeah, I don't know. You have anything to say about it? Yeah, I don't know. I think I said this last episode, but I respect Japan, regardless if you like their vehicles or not. They have a culture that's so much cleaner, so much nicer, so much more considerate, etiquette, just their culture overall, right? Like, I've watched this guy, I can't remember his name, but he drifts, and he's actually from Canada, but he actually lived in Japan for a bit and was like trying to get into Formula Drift in a way. Not Formula Drift, but just like the local drift scene there. And like everybody there is so like community bound, right? It's just like everybody, like at the end of the whole like session, like everybody's out there sweeping, cleaning up after themselves, and just like talking to each other. And that's what we're for. And it sucks to see like just the way that we go about things here in the States. Like, we just like, I don't know, I just wish that we had that common etiquette. And before you comment, just move to Japan. Well, no, I just wish that people were decent here.
Yeah, you
know,
that's real.
But yeah, should we talk about the drama going on in the car scene here?
Takeovers. Oh shit.
No, we won't get into that one. So, yeah.
Watch out, bro. They might start a podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyways. Next topic, guys. Subaru taking over Porsche and BMW as car brand of 2025. That's pretty big.
That's pretty crazy.
I will say, I don't know how accurate that report is because I've seen 5 others that say otherwise still, but this is from Banana Gear, so it must be true. But yeah, apparently...
I think it really did. They won top.
I wouldn't be surprised. BMW and Porsche are sport cars. Nobody can afford them, so they go for convenience, and they go for, like, Subaru makes not just sport, well, they barely make sport cars. Subaru, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
they got
don't-
rid of the...
Their whole,
SCI,
the Subaru Technical
They
Institute's
make-
gone.
They make not towing. They make off-roading cars. They make Baja cars.
They, unfortunately. Well, cause like
Kinda,
you
'cause
see
that's
the
what they're
Outback, yeah, you see the Outback and shit like that. Dude, people lift those and put
Yeah, see, people do, but not the company. Like,
Yeah.
you got Broncos that you can go get fitted out, and they come. Some of them come out like they're meant for the dunes, and like
I'm
That
pretty
is
sure.
true.
I'm pretty sure they should have a kit that's already like.
They have
Baja
packages
already,
for
right?
off. No, I wouldn't say Baja, but like they definitely have packages for
off-roading.
off-roading. You know, and some people just take it a step further and
Yeah.
get the wheels, get the suspension set up, and
put money into it.
yeah, and it's like damn, like that actually looks like it fit. It looks like it belongs there. It's
Yeah.
not just like
Yeah, like I just gotta go get something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I can understand why that's the case, right? If you're reporting, like, if you're looking at it from a general sense, like, yeah, of course, more people drive a Subaru than a Porsche or a BMW, and when you're not looking for the sport or anything like that, the sporty scene, yeah, I mean, Subaru in terms of like the fact that Subaru can say that they're like people like them because they're convenient and reliable. That word right there in Subaru don't mix usually.
Yeah.
The fact that they actually overtook. I mean, again, I talked about how Toyota is kind of like on the recall flow right now. But yeah, for Subaru to be like, hey, we're reliable now, I'm like, I don't know what they did, but I do know that their engines, the newer generation engines, are coming out pretty good.
yeah, their VA STIs and shit. Those are in the 400s, man. Now like handling pretty good too.
Yeah, those VAs are like keeping up with full bolt-on EJs.
Yeah, they're
Stuff like
finally doing like they're actually able to handle the tune, you know.
that. Got an air freshener.
Which is crazy, dude. Because where I was working at, I met this guy had the same car as mine, but the STI version. So he had a 2014, I think, STI. He said he was on his fourth motor, and he had the previous owners put the 3, but he put 1 into it, and it blew up when it was stock at 89,000 miles. Yeah.
And
Which
is
is
that lack of maintenance, or is it just the simplicity of like
I don't see like
we don't know the story, right?
Yeah, I
get
don't
you,
know.
like,
I don't know how you drove it to or whatnot, but like to be on your fourth motor
It's wild.
on an STI too.
And another thing too, I did see recently on an Instagram post at the Tech, where he has a car on a lift, and it's a Honda, and I think it's an SI, and he gives it the buddy who's in the car. He's like, hey, go ahead and hit it, and you just from the like he's grabbing the pan, and you could just feel like just metal hitting, and just hear it just knocking like crazy.
Oh, wow.
And it's like apparently what had happened is that the customer had accidentally money shifted into the fact that I think he accidentally money shifted. He was in 5th and somehow went in a 2nd. I'm sure he meant to go in like what 4th.
If he was downshifting.
Downshifting. I'm sure he accidentally money shifted in the 2nd. But the thing is, it only revved out to 88,000 RPMs, and it blew. What's Honda's notorious? Like, what are they notorious for?
High rev, yeah.
High revs.
yeah,
So
high
like
revs.
even like their power dream,
high RPMs.
like was it Engine Dreams or no?
Their Earth Dreams?
Earth Dreams.
Earth Dreams, yeah.
Dude.
Well, I don't know if those had VTEC because it's the 1.5 turbo.
But that's
I
the
don't think
point. Like,
those have-
what are you doing, Honda?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
were the most reliable. You were the bread and butter of reliability.
High RPM.
No high RPMs. Guy money shifted from 5th to 2nd on accident, and even though it revved out to 8,800 RPMs, it blew the motor. And
But then again, to be fair, they expect those to be driven like grandma.
Well, also too.
no,
like-
it's an SI.
Oh, that's how
It was an SI.
Oh, never mind.
But like most turbo vehicles, dude, or just I think most cars in general,
Yeah.
their red line is 7,000 RPMs. You know,
Not if it's a K swap turbo.
that's it.
1100 B series.
Yeah, even on-
No, but you're right. Yeah, I mean most turbo cars I've noticed. Like I know that with our platform, EcoBoost motors, they hate low RPMs, full throttle. And they don't really like being banged on the limiter. Sweet spots in between.
Yeah, and then even when you tune them, sometimes you only go up to just 7,500.
Yeah, the tuner's like, yeah, we know.
Unless
we know this car.
unless you have heads done to it and anything like that, then you're not seeing 8,800 RPMs.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so yeah, RP to that. But yeah, Subaru, you're taking over the reliability. I just think that I don't know what's going on, but
And
Subaru.
never mind. I'm gonna keep my biases to myself. There.
Mr. Toyota, man.
No.
Even your car brand, Ford's never been reliable.
I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know, dude. I think about my Ford and I'm just like, I beat the absolute dog shit.
You did.
Like, I did not care at all, dude. Like, any chance I got, did not care. Especially winter. Yeah, winter was when I was like the most shithead with it. Like, I did not care at all. It
Tell the
would,
audience what you did, man.
it would be like I start that bitch and it would be like 30 fucking degrees like off my axis support and take 34 degrees. I disable traction control so fast and I just start fucking sliding. Just spinning everywhere. I didn't even care. It sounded cool. Don't get me wrong.
So that's just the HKS blow up valve, dude.
That too, that
is
too,
so
that-
nice.
That was a pretty good factor, but I didn't care how cold it was. I would fucking bang off the rev limiter any chance I got. And it
It
lasted
took a
me
while.
yeah, it took me 4 years.
Wasn't it big? Well, big turbo. How long did you?
It
have
was
for?
too big total for a week.
But
that's
that was
because
already low
yeah,
compression.
I had underlying issues I never resolved, and I didn't care. I just threw the turbo on, and then it blew.
Yeah, dude, but if you take care of your car, it'll last you as long as it can. But Subaru, you have surprised me. If this data pulled from Banana Gear is actually accurate and you are a car brand in 2025, good job.
Tools.
But also at the same time, if you look at like the actual logistics of it, nobody really like in comparison. I don't know how many Porsches are bought in comparison to Subaru, but I don't see many Porsches out on the day-to-day basis compared to a Subaru. So you have a higher, voting rate compared to like a Porsche and BMW. And BMW, we love you, but your rear mains it, man. Like you just gotta fix that. But I don't know. Are BMWs reliable? You know more about cars than
I
I do.
love BMW.
Yeah.
They're badass. The hype is real. I mean, it's
they can make some nasty ass power.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. They're fucking disgusting.
they got a lot of legends. I
They're-
know that.
They're disgusting. But like in the sense of how many to a 1-to-1 ratio, how many of them do you see on the side of the road compared to say a Supra or say a Mustang? Just throwing comparisons out there, not being biased. But like say which one would, because funny enough, I saw BMW on the side of the road with its hazards on, waiting to get towed. And like I was like, oh, like you
Stigma.
you expect it, you know? But like, would you say that is that just bad luck? Am I just prone to seeing that?
Honestly, I've never seen a BMW inside.
No.
Yeah, I see them inside the shops.
That's true.
Yeah.
They make it to the shop.
They're in the shops by then, but
Like that's one thing. I feel like I've seen a lot of
I see a lot of common traffic out on the highway.
Euro cars on the side of the road sometimes.
German, yeah, Europe.
But I feel
in
like
general, it's not
it all
generalized.
depends on the person that is either building it or driving it, because you don't know how to drive it.
Yeah, for all they know, they just did a part on it and they're just towing it home, and they just needed because something slipped loose or whatever. So we don't know the full story, but in terms of like no enthusiast touching it, reliability with stock, yeah, I don't know. I can say that I can see why Subaru might take the cake on it, but at the same time, like BMW itself is also one of those cars where it's like you got to have money to really own one. Subaru, on the other hand, is more attainable for somebody who's 16 to 19 to whatever age, right? I can see more people driving a Crosstrek than insert whatever 335i or whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of them, by the time you get your hands on it, it's after it's ran through Facebook Marketplace and it's already beat to the brim, and what you're buying is a mess. You know, you're buying a mess of somebody else's. So
I will say Euro does make cars that do make some pretty
They
nasty
do.
power.
They make bangers, dude.
They make
do.
bangers. They make pretty nasty ass fucking power, and they handle like fucking dimes. And it's like, obviously the Autobahn. They make them all because people from Europe, they're gonna go to the Autobahn.
Yeah.
They're gonna go to the Autobahn, yam on that and see what it can take. Cause
Nuremberg.
dude,
yeah,
just
yeah,
fucking.
dude. Well, like, dude, let's talk about the fact that like Volvo's cylinder, like 5 cylinders. Those things sound so sick. Audi makes 5 cylinders to this
Volvo's
day.
crazy.
To this day.
To this day. To this day. To this day.
And like, dude, even Ford, like, what is Ford doing? You know what I mean?
They have
Like,
the Barra.
everything in Europe is more American than what we see here. Like, they have an inline 6 engine, you know, the Barra engine. They have, what is it called? The MK2s, like Focus scene. They had 5-cylinder turbos. Like, they do it right. Right out there. What do you bring it to the States, cuz?
I feel like they're really focusing. They kind of try to do double dip in the sport truck scene and the sport car scene, because obviously they did just release the GTD Mustang,
Yeah,
Which is a stupid
it's just
supercar.
it's just an homage to their heritage, right?
Which is
We're gonna
crazy.
keep making the Mustang.
and then there's the Shelby F-150, which is freaking making what
775.
775, almost 800 horsepower. Like you got tanks, but like you take those more to a drag strip
Yeah.
instead of like with these other sport cars. I'm gonna stay focused to the Euros. Those are made to like go togi. Those are made to go like take some pretty nice curves at a nice rate of speed, you know? And it's like you kind of gotta pick if you want more of a balls to the wall drag car or a all well-rounded, not supercar but sport car. Sport car, I'd say. Not muscle, sport.
Well, you know the stigma about Mustang drivers. Auto lock. Yeah, I mean, again, it all comes down to, at the end of the day, what your needs are. And honestly, I'm not here to pick a side, whether I like Subaru, Porsche, BMW, Ford. They eventually, like, again, we can't say this enough, they all have their own individual problems. But statistically, it does blow my mind that Subaru is reliable.
Yeah. Honestly.
Like like the whole head gasket stigma. But again, that's the STI. Like, you don't see STIs as much as you do a Crosstrek, freaking Outback. Like, again, in terms of like common traffic, yeah, I can understand why Subaru might be taking the cake right now. So yeah, I guess it all depends on your perspective and where you're looking at demographically. So that's cool. So in terms of, oh yeah, what's up?
I will say, here, let me pull it up. I saw a post on my Instagram that, speaking on Euro, about some guy that ended up modding his Golf. I believe it was stock, and all he did was
Oh yeah.
he used a bolt-on Garrett turbo, and it made, I believe it says 500 horsepower, and I think that's pretty nasty. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you had a good tune with it because you're not gonna just throw a fucking turbo in there.
Well, I think the fact that he can do, is it stock internals?
I believe so.
Yeah,
It
it was like stock internals, which is like just full bolt-ons. I'm hoping it's like port injection, better high pressure fuel pump and injectors, but
Well, I mean,
it
think about
has to be on E85 because they know.
I mean, Volkswagen. There's
But 500
obviously-
horsepower in a freaking little GTI, bro.
Yeah, that's actually nuts. Let's talk about the fact that like how a Subaru wouldn't even be like, you need an intake, or if you get an intake for your Subaru, you need to get a tune. Like things like that versus like this guy just went bolt on with the turbo and stock internals, you know, and even like Focus STs with like, even though they handle more bolt on wise, they handle more horsepower on a stock block than they do the RS.
Yeah.
But even then, it still doesn't even really touch 500.
No.
horse.
500 is at that point you're
built.
gonna blow up. Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
blow up at any point. But they're cool. They're cool in 400. Same thing with Subarus. The new Subarus, they're cool at 400 new horsepower.
Yeah.
But 5?
That's insane. So whatever they're smoking down there, Euro, please
They're cooking.
teach the states a thing or two.
And I will say, with the right exhaust kit on there, Euros so fucking fast. They sound almost like Formula 1 cars.
I can't get behind the S55. Sounds like dog. And unfortunately, the S58 also sounds like. Those cars just sound terrible.
Yeah, that's
Do you
valid.
feel like it could be just the way people build them, or do you think the cars?
No,
suck?
it's just they sound terrible. Like, you gotta do some crazy exhaust work. You gotta really figure out which ones sound good and what
Right
restrictions.
tonality.
Yeah, because they sound utterly dog. Like when I put down pipes for my friend's M3, terrible. It sounds like when he gets on it, and like it just doesn't sound good. And he had it was catless downpipes with the stock exhaust. And
So
it
he
just-
wasn't even doing much. It was just
yeah, no. And then he put a new exhaust on it, the Valvetronic, and still just does not sound appealing at all. It's kind of sad.
What kind of sound would you say it gives?
It's just like a rasp that
Kind of like a
just
250?
loud. It just essentially almost a 350S because it's just loud and like there's no real like tuned, like it doesn't sound.
It doesn't sound like something you got all that time.
No, it just sounds like dog shit. It's just
Oh,
loud. Yeah,
Like
it's
the
just,
bro.
it's just loud, man. No, seriously.
Sorry.
It really is. It's just loud, and I think at idle is probably when it sounds best because you just hear turbos. But
All right, bet. New topic of discussion. Best sounding 4-cylinder.
I think, like right now, I think Subaru's got it.
I'm biased to that. I've never owned a Subaru and I just love that rumble. Whether it's I love the sound of unequal length headers. Don't crucify me.
Yeah.
I love that just rumble that it gives. I like the misfire sound. Right? I'm just kidding. But yeah, what's your take?
Subaru really stays consistent with their.
Yeah.
With
Just
their
that
shaft.
development of the flat four, dude. It's something about it.
Yeah, like new cars for sure. I think Subaru's had it for new cars because it just sounds.
They just naturally sound good.
Back in the day, I feel like Evo's up there. The Evo 4-cylinder, the 4G63.
Yeah.
Maybe the 411 too. I think the Evo X is a good one, but
4G63 goes good.
I think Subaru has it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just they're badass.
They sound good, man. Even like even when it comes to like Hondas,
Yeah.
even then, I'm not gonna say it's hard to make them sound like there's some nice sounding Hondas out there, but there's just something about a Subaru that just sounds like tonality wise, pitch wise, like it just sounds deeper, meaner, aggressive. But yeah, that's just our take on it, I guess. So, yeah. What is your favorite 4-cylinder in terms of sound? Let us know. Let us know.
If you have a favorite build for a 4-cylinder.
Yeah. What's your icing on the cake? What's your bread and butter? So, guys, I want to talk about something that we've all dabbled in. I can't say I've dabbled in it as far as you two have, but let's go ahead and talk about the mechanical for a second. Harbor Freight, guys, their tools. I'm just saying, if they started the truck, everything would go to bid. Sorry, Snap on.
Oh, whoa. Hey.
But I just don't think that they would survive if Harbor Freight had a truck pulling up every.
I think you're right. I think I stand behind Harbor Freight. They're pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good. Honestly, for what the pricing is, yeah, affordable. It gets the job done. No question asked. Warranty. I mean, what more do you want? You know. I mean, obviously, it's one of those things where it's like when it breaks, you know, then that's when you go to a little bit of a higher quality tool. But
even then, you got lifetime warranty. Why does it matter if it breaks?
that is true.
Keep breaking.
Don't matter. You just go back and get another one. Think about it. You break a snap-on or wrenchy wrench, you're cooked.
No, I just go get a warranty, baby.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like a car warranty when it comes down to it. No?
No, they. What do you mean? Yeah, like I've had guns go back and they have to take it in and then they disassemble it and then they make the decision whether or not it's going to be covered in the warranty. Like I've had to return a lot of shit and they're like, okay, I got to send it in, and then they charge me to get it sent in, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna replace it.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, because like I walked in with this like a slim socket set for like certain wheels when I was doing what I did at Ford, and one of the loop techs, because you know how you're partnered up, one of them cracked my 19, and I was like, he's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I was like, it is what it is, man. Went to Harbor Freight, no question asked. They gave me the whole new set for free. And I was like, I just wanted the socket. Like, well, we don't have just the individual sockets. This came with the set. Just take the whole set. It's like, no questions asked.
Yeah.
No question. Like, you don't get that at Snap-on. They're over here like your freaking car
the
extended
socket.
warranty.
Yeah, you're getting that socket. Just that socket.
Yeah, and you're just getting the socket. So
Harbor Freight does go fun.
they do.
I have like a few icon things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I know.
They last forever too.
Well, think about it. Like even their toolboxes.
At least my
let's,
wrench
let's,
has-
let's
my
go
wrench
and talk about like a Snap-on toolbox, Matco or Mac itself. Like those things are in the like pre-certified or certified pre-owned.
Dude, honestly, the boxes, nothing's wrong with the Harbor Freight. I understand the hype behind it. Ain't no one standing on that box. Ain't no one gonna pull my drawers out and fucking stand on it. Like, come on, bro. Like, if you standing on my drawer, like,
We're throwing
what
hands.
what are you doing on my drawer, bro?
Go
Like,
get your productivity up, dog.
Bro, I
Yeah.
still my wrench. What the fuck? That's a size fucking 12 Nike on my fucking drawer.
I think the only thing about Harbor Freight is again, it goes back to not having a truck, right? When you're out working, you're 9 to 5 at a dealership, at a tech, like you have, like, they come to you, and that's where you just get
convenient.
Yeah, you just convenience, and you make your payments. Like, is there interest on it? No, it's, like if it is interest, it's probably on at the end bill, so you're still paying your whatever monthly payment you paid off in terms of term. But yeah, Harbor Freight, you have my heart. Yeah, I think if you're gonna sit there, and this goes back to our last debate of built or bought or built, whatever. Yeah, sorry, I don't care if you make fun of my Harbor Freight tools. Like, I don't care about your Snap-on. I don't care how much money you put down on a tool. You're an idiot. And I'll die on that hill.
They got some cool shit too. That other people do, like the double head fucking
No,
ratchet
I'm
that
not saying.
extends.
I'm just saying it's like I don't
That's a
hate
cool
I don't
ass
hate the
ratchet.
brand. I hate the people that rep it sometimes.
Yeah.
Look at my Chevron wrench, man.
No, I'm talking about Harbor Freight.
Oh, Harbor Freight? Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
Harbor Freight has that double head quarter and 3/8 and extends out telescope. Yeah, bust
Show the
out.
viewers.
That shit's gangster. I ain't gonna
Basically
lie.
does go hard.
Oh, you just want you just want your convenient wrench? Oh, cool. Oh, it has a little more. Was it more torque on it, so it
Leverage.
can't bust? What's that? What's that? Warranty on this. I walk in. Hey, my thing's broken. They'd be like,
Snap-on.
here's another one for free.
Snap on, you have 10 days to reply.
Cease and desist.
Yeah. That shit's gangster as hell, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh shit, I'm not.
I'm not. Alrighty, guys.